Good afternoon, students. In our previous lecture, we have started with our new chapter that was variation. In that, we have learned direct variation. And now we are going to learn inverse variation. Now, what is inverse variation? Inverse variation is that variation when there is something increase in one quantity and decrease in the another quantity. You can see the situation over here. When more men is required, that time we need less day to complete a work. When more speeds are required, that time less time to cover the distance. When more vehicles are on the road, that time less road space are there. Then last point is less time per day, that means more day to complete the work. So here what we see that when there is more men, then the less day is to be completed. Here, so what we have seen, we can see that if an increase in one quantity produce a proportionate decrease in the another quantity, then the quantity are said to be inverse variation. Or if a decrease in one quantity produce a proportionate increase in another quantity, then that quantity is also said to be inverse variation. So inverse variation means when one quantity increase, another quantity decrease. When one quantity decrease, another quantity increase. It is vice versa. That means it changes take place opposite. So here what is inverse variation? Increase, decrease, or decrease, increase. So that is called as inverse variation. Now, I hope you people have understood what is inverse variation. Inverse variation is the variation when one quantity increase, other quantity decrease. When one quantity decrease, another quantity increase. Now, we will move to the next part. Here inverse variation, as we learn the direct variation formula, so here inverse variation formula is also there. Just see the statement x is inversely proportional to y. Now here you can express as there is inverse variation in x and y. I have explained you how to write the variation. This is the alpha, or we can tell us variation. Now here the statement x is inversely proportional to y, so that we can express that inverse variation in x and y. Now if x and y are in inverse proportion, so how we will write? X multiplied by y is constant. Constant we can denote as k. We have denoted constant. We denoted constant as k. Now if x varies inversely as y, then x multiplied by y is constant. So here how you will write? You will write as x varies 1 upon y. How you will write? X varies inversely varies as y, you can write as x varies 1 upon y. That means x equal to ky, or x multiplied by y equal to k. In this equation of variation, k is our constant. So first of all, we have to find out the constant, and then we will apply that in the following equation to solve the problem. So here which formula you are going to use for inverse variation, that is x into y equal to k. X into y equal to k. And for inverse and for direct variation, you are going to use x into y equal to y. X into y equal to k. X into y equal to k. And for inverse, you are going to use y into y equal to k. X into y equal to y equal to k. X into y equal to y equal to k. X into y equal to y equal to k. X into y equal to y equal to k. KY. I hope you have knowing the formula which we have used in direct variation, that was x equal to ky, but here for inverse variation x multiplied by y equal to k, where k is our constant. Now here we will start with our next exercise, that is practice set 7.2. Now for that practice set 7.2, you have to knowing the formula of inverse variation, that is x multiplied by y equal to k, where k is your constant. Now we will see our practice set 7.2 first question. Now here the information about the number of days and to complete a work is given in the following table. Here the information about the number of days. Number of days are given to complete a work in the given table. Now you have to complete the following table. Now in the first column it is given number of worker and next number of day. The number of worker is 30. Number of worker is 20. Number of day is 9. See here, one is increasing. One in our first column, the number of worker is increasing. So here, number of days are decreasing. Now in the second column, the number of worker are decreasing. So the number of days are increasing. By looking the question, you have to identify which type of variation it is. So here increasing, decreasing, decreasing, increasing. So this is which type of variation? This is inverse variation. Now third thing, you have to find number of worker is dash when number of days are 12. Now next it is given number of worker is 10. Number of days are dash, and last it is number of worker dash and number of days are 36. Now for solving this thing, first you have to find the constant. So what will be the constant? But before that you have to write down which variation. This is inverse variation. So which worker is inversely uh, worker is number of worker or number of days are inversely proportionate to each other, so that we have to write first, and then we will write the statement according to the question. Now here we can observe that from the table, if the number of worker increase from 20 to 30, then the number of days to complete the work decrease. So you can see here 20, then 9, 30, then 6. So here number of worker is increasing from 20 to 30, then the number of days to complete the work decrease from 9 to 6. So the number of worker and the number of days to complete a work are in inverse variation. You have to write which type of variation it is. So here it is which type of variation? It is inverse variation. How? Because when we observe the table, the number of worker is increasing from 20 to 30, and the number of days to complete the work is decreasing from 9 to 6. Now here the number of worker and the number of days to complete the work are in which proportion, which variation? It is in inverse variation. So we have to assume that the number of worker is y and the number of days to complete the work is x. So here we will assume that number of worker is what? Our y, and number of days to complete a work is x. Now here what you will write? Here y inversely varies to x. Now here y. Now y is inversely varying to x. That means y varies 1 upon x. See here y is inversely varying to x. So we will write y was inversely varies to 1 upon x. Therefore y equal to what? K upon x, where k is our constant of variation. Here y equal to k upon x. These are the formula. Now we have learned that same thing we are applying here. So here y equal to k upon x, where k is our constant. Now here the formula is x multiplied by y equal to k. Now here x multiplied by y equal to k. Now in the first column it is given that the number of worker and the number of worker was 30 and the number of day was 6. So here x multiplied by y equal to k, when y is what? Y is 30 and x is 6. Y is 30 and x is 6. So here when you apply the formula x multiplied by y equal to k, so here x is what? 6 and y is what? 30. So 6 multiplied by 30 equal to 180. So here our constant we got as 180. So the equation of the variation is 180. That means when we multiply x and y, we got answer our constant as 180. Now next we will apply where there was an empty space. Now first we will use x equal to 12. Now x equal to 12 means x into y equal to 180. So x already it is given 12. So 12 into y equal to 180. So here y equal to 180 should be divided by 12. Here 180 should be divided by 12. So we are getting answer as y equal to 15. We are getting answer as y equal to 15. Here 12 ones is 12. Then when we divide 12 by 180, we are getting answer as 15. So here when x equal to 12, the formula is x multiplied by y equal to 180. So here x we have given 12. So it is 12 multiplied by y equal to 180. So we get 12y equal to 180. Now y we will keep one side, equal to 180 divided by 12. When we divide 180 by 12, we are getting answer as 15. So here y is how much? Y is 15. Now next question was y was given 10. Y was given 10. Then x multiplied by y equal to 180. So when we multiply x into y, here y is already 10 given. So 10x equal to 180. Now x will come here one side. It means 180 should be divided by 10. When we divide 180 by 10, we got answer as 80. See here. Now next question was given y equal to 10. Y is given 10. That means x into y equal to 180. Here y is 10. That means 10x equal to 180. Now x we will take one side, equal to 180 divided by 10. So here 10 should be divided by 180. So we are getting answer as 18. Now the last column was x was 36. Now last part was x was 36. So here x into y equal to k. That means 36y equal to 180. So y equal to how much will coming? 180 should be divided by 30. When we divide 180 by 36, we are getting answer as y equal to 5. Y equal to 5. So you have to apply the formula of x into y equal to k, and then by giving the values, cutting it, you will get what they have asked. If they have asked X, you will get X answer, Y answer. Whatever are the things they are asking you, that things you are going to get it. Now here when we divide 180 by 36, we are getting Y as 5. Now our next question, that is question number 3. The boxes are to be filled with apple in a heap. If 24 apples are put in a box, then 27 boxes are needed. If 36 apples are filled in a box, how many boxes will be needed? Now here, if 24 apples are put in a box, then 27 boxes are needed. When 24 apples are put in a box, then how much boxes are needed? 27. Now they ask for 36 apples filled in a box. How many boxes will be needed? So here 24 and 36, one is increasing, one is decreasing. So here what you can see over, if the number of apple in a box is increased, now here number of apple in a box increase, then the number of box decreases. Number of apple in a box, when it is increasing, the number of boxes decreases. So the number of apples filled in a box and the number of boxes are in inverse proportion. They are in which proportion? They are in inverse proportion. So we have to assume that the number of apples filled in a box be X and the number of boxes be Y. Now apple filled in a box. Apple filled in a box is our X and number of boxes are our Y. Once again, now here number of apple in a box is increased. Now here apple boxes are increasing and number of boxes are decreases. Apple in a box are increasing, but number of boxes are decreasing. So the number of apples filled in the box are, and the number of boxes is in inverse variation. So we will assume that number of apple filled in a box में जो रखा है filled किया है, that is our X, and number of boxes are our Y. So here we will write X varies inversely as Y. X is what X is doing. X is varying inversely as Y, that is X varies 1 upon Y. That is the formula, X varies 1 upon Y. Now here X equal to Ky, where K is our constant of variation. Same thing, same formula you will write, X equal to Ky, where K is the constant of variation. When we multiply X into Y, we are getting our constant. When we multiply X into Y, we are getting our constant. Now first, in your first question it is given 24 apple. 24 were the apple put in the box, then the boxes needed is how much? 27. So we assume that number of apples filled in a box was X and number of boxes were Y. So here our X is what? 24 and Y is our 27. The same formula, X into Y equal to K, that means 24 into 24 into 27 equal to 648. When you multiply 24 into 27, you are getting answer as 648. That means it is the equation of which variation? X and Y. It is the equation of the variation XY equal to 648. Now 648, what? It is our constant. Now here they asked you about 36 apple and they told you to find the number of boxes. Now here When x equal to 36, our number of apples to be filled in a box was x. That means x equal to, here what is given, 36. Now here x into y equal to k. So 36 into y, that means 36y equal to 648. So y equal to how much? Y equal to 648 divided by 36. When we divide 648 by 36, we will get answer as 18. That means the number of boxes needed are how much? 18. When there is 36 apples filled in a box, when there is a 36 apples filled in a box, that time number of boxes are how much? Number of boxes are 18. So here we have completed our third question. 7.2 exercise we have completed, and tomorrow we will start with a new exercise, that is 7.3.